Live from Phil Spencer's basement.
Oh, is that where we've been this whole time?
Hey, buddy, how you doing?
I'm doing okay. How you doing, Bronson Fiore?
I'm doing good, Mr. Aaron Reynolds.
Oh, great. I'm glad to hear that.
Good. I'm going to be promoting us on social media real quick here.
Okay.
Then we can get kicking with the show.
Yeah, that's fine. Oh,
It's been a week.
it has been a week.
Been a fucking just annoying week.
Yeah, I've been watching some Twitch streams just to figure out how other people do it too. Probably not as much as you have been, but
Yeah, like I've been like on a fucking like almost like religious journey. Like trying to learn Twitch and like modern day social media, because like there's a lot of shit that has changed since when we were in the game, or when we were in this part of the game. Like war has changed.
War has changed.
And as because of that, it's been very much like a process of like, okay, oh shit, sorry, microphone tipped over. It's been a big process of like learning, like, because it used to be back in the day you just kind of threw shit out on social and hoped it landed.
I mean, that's the way it was for us anyway.
Yeah, and for a lot of people, like, it was fucking Brand New World.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with Brave New World.
No. If everyone was anonymous, there was no need to be brave.
Right. Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, if you want to talk about like the roots of it, like if you want to talk about like roots, it was very much like I was blogging, homie.
Yeah.
Like I was on like Rooster, like people on.
I think you and I were reviewing our own games on Rooster Teeth before we started this.
Yeah, like it was a weird. It was a weird like point in time. Like it was. Yeah, man. It like I can't stress to you how weird that era of the internet was. Like,
I mean, it's not as weird as like the early internet.
Well,
like
okay,
I wasn't around for that.
Like, what are we talking about? Early internet.
I'm talking like GeoCities.
Oh yeah.
I'm talking like
okay. Yes.
AIM.
Okay. Yes. Then it is definitely not as weird as that. I will give you.
But yeah, no, like I think MySpace is a perfect example of how the internet was weird during the early times there before we started working on Gamecraft. Where like when you think about what MySpace pages looked like compared to Facebook and Twitter, like MySpace was just felt like no rules.
Oh yeah, dude. Like, because like you could straight up code your own shit.
Well, right, like they gave you a profile layout, but you could change that however you wanted.
Yeah, like you could have that look like whatever you wanted it to.
And I made it look like garbage.
Same.
I was excited to make it look like garbage.
Much edgelord.
I had eight YouTube videos of Weird Al fake interviewing a bunch of rock stars on my page for some reason. I looked.
I had a bunch of clips of the Denver Broncos.
Okay. Yep.
Had a bunch of the music I was into that you could not turn off.
You can't turn it off. No. You cannot turn off my music. This is my music. It's part of my page.
This is my page. Fuck you.
You're gonna listen to this. Here's the Sex Pistols, who I just found out about. Listen to them.
Hey, do you like Journey? You will soon. Oh, hey, do you like Social Distortion? Don't worry, you will.
Guess what? This band I just found out about, you're gonna listen to a lot of it.
Yep, this band I just found out about that's from the early 90s. Yeah. Yeah.
Why is no one talking about these guys? They're great.
Because they've been around forever, as it turns out.
They can't know.
Yeah, no. So no. So yeah, like
But
it's
then even
been,
after that, yeah, like you were talking about is like when we started doing this, it was like uh, we had to start a free webs account.
like it was very very different world. Like it
Yep.
was very excuse me.
When we
Um,
started, YouTube was just becoming started to look like it was going to become a monster.
yeah, like when we started, YouTube was like very much still like in its hobbyist phase, but like there were people just starting to make money, right?
There were tons of people making stuff for YouTube for sure, but it's not like the like video encyclopedia of information and misinformation that it is now.
Yeah, like it's well, yeah, no, it's not like there wasn't a thing where it's like if you needed something that was like YouTube,
Right.
like it was like dumb videos and like you look at like the early gaming videos of the time and you're very much like it is what it is.
Yeah.
So yeah. Then there's you know, what else is there?
Around
Like
that time, Facebook was
dying.
no, Facebook was still at its height before it became heavily apparent that it needed to go.
What? So I made the move to Facebook really early, like '08.
Yeah, see, no, I was a little after that, and I know it started a bit before, quite a bit before that. Um, may have joined in by like 2010 or something like that. I honestly can't remember, but yeah, no, just Facebook was fine for a little bit there, and then became a good place to promote, and then oh no,
Yeah, and then it turned into weird political, like like there's a lot of stuff about Facebook that's even now like
oh god, no, they're still like committed to everything that they've been getting trashed for. So
yeah, and then there's also like they steal your data harder than anyone.
than anyone, and I
Like,
mean, we're on Instagram now, so
yeah, like they steal that shit harder than anyone steals that shit.
yep.
No one steals your shit like Facebook. Nobody. Um, and like everyone has different levels of like what they want out of their privacy, of course.
Yeah,
Like I know, like like my friend Stephanie has just been like, yeah, I don't care. um, like
yeah,
whatever. And
yeah.
then like me, I have like some restrictions. Like I'm kind of in this middle ground. And I know some people are just like, if I could get off the grid, I would.
Right.
You know.
It sucks when you're
Yeah.
you're dependent on technology to
Well, I
get
mean, like,
money and maintain relationships.
yeah, like nowadays, like how much of your like maintaining relationships is built into this fucking this this metal and plastic brick?
Jesus,
Like
I
most of
can't.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
almost all of it.
Yeah. It's this it's this thing that it is what it is. But I mean, like that's just the way the world evolved. Just like how the world evolved towards computers.
Yeah,
Like that's what happened.
we knew that it was capable of happening. We just didn't do anything to stop it.
Well, yeah, we knew, but it was fucking convenient. Like, I mean, I remember when I got my first smartphone. It was literally right after my first semester of college. It was a Christmas gift from my mom. It was an iPhone 3GS.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like she got us like both iPhones. That was the Christmas gift. And it was like, and we could keep them as long as I paid my half of the bill, which was fine, And like that moment when I like unboxed that thing, and I'm sitting in the middle of like we go out in the day, and she's like, "Hey, I gotta run an errand real quick." And I'm sitting in the car, and I flip on YouTube
Mm-hmm.
in the car,
Mm-hmm.
and then and then I flip over, take a picture, and send it to a friend of mine miles away,
Yep.
and then within 5 seconds also go, oh, I need to go to his new house. I don't know where it is. And put the directions, the address in, and it goes, yeah, let me find that for you.
Yep.
It was fucking witchcraft. That's the only way you can describe it, is pure fucking witchcraft.
Yeah, no, the convenience was great.
Like, like, there's,
But, hopefully we can get a handle on it eventually. I don't know if that'll happen, but...
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like, I'm sure we'll adapt eventually. Okay, so we are covered on all fronts as far as the social media is concerned. Hey, everybody, that is filtered in now. That should have given you enough time to filter in, do your thing. Hello, how are you?
Doing all right.
Doing all right?
We're doing great.
Rock?
I hear you guys like alcohol.
I hear you like cocaine.
Did you see that giant bomb clip where apparently Jeff Gerstmann found a SoundCloud that's just the Kiss at a concert, but they only got the mics to the lead singer. He's like, I heard you like beer. And it doesn't pick up the audience, so no one cheers, and he's just doing it for an hour. It's so good. It's so good.
Lord. Yeah, no.
I heard I wasn't allowed to swear in here.
Oh, Lordy.
Yeah, no, it's just that.
Yeah, but chat, how you doing today? It's a beautiful Sunday morning. Like always, started running a little late. My delivery driver for my breakfast ran late, and then had other stuff going on. Also, this trailer for this PS5 game is just hitching like crazy.
Okay, I was wondering if that was you or the stream or what.
No, it's just running like shit.
Jesus, even the trailer demands a lot from your GPU.
That's how you know it's strong. Yeah, so anyway, question of the day, everyone. What is your favorite console generation? Please feel free to answer that throughout the day. We'll get to our answers later in the show.
That's obviously generational.
Is it?
I would think so, right? What's your answer?
I'm leaning towards the 360.
Yeah.
I'm leaning towards the 360 or the SNES. So when I was unbelievably stupid young, or like now that I'm an old man, I can appreciate my teenage years properly. So yeah, let us know what your favorite console generation is throughout the show. It'll add to our discussion. But the first news story we got to talk about.
Oh, we're going right in.
Yeah, let's dig deep.
Let's do this.
Dig deep. Hey.
What?
Leaks. Alleged spec leaks for the GPU or graphics card and memory for the PlayStation 5 and the new Xbox Series X are out.
Did we talk about this last week, or is this a...
This goes a little more...
Or did you send this to me like Monday?
I think I sent it to you on Monday.
Okay, I've been thinking about this.
And yeah, like you and I had conversation about it briefly.
Yeah.
And it did what it did. So
okay.
Yeah, no. So the leaks went out, and the PS5 is from all intents and purposes seems like what you would call a balanced system. Like it's a good power jump over the PS4 Pro and the Xbox One X, but it's not like oh, that's a big jump.
Okay.
And it's looking like it'll probably be a little more focused on being more affordable and whatnot. It's going to have GDDR6 memory, and for those of you who want to compare it to a video card that's out on the market now, AMD's RX 5700 would be what you're looking for.
Okay.
So yeah. It's alleging it has 9.2 teraflops, which I'll explain what teraflops are in a moment. What teraflop is, that's the peak floating point performance of all the math and all the shit it can calculate.
Okay.
To put that number in perspective, the GPU in my computer is about 8. The GPU in the base PS4 that came out years ago was 1.8. The PS4 Pro is 4.2, and the Xbox One X is 6.2. I'll get to the Xbox Series X in a question after this comment we have, which is Parkour Grid
Yes.
says PS2 slash GameCube generation.
That was a fun one.
That's that one was the one where 3D got like good,
Yep.
which is
They
why a
figured
lot
it
of
out,
people.
basically.
I'm sorry.
They figured it out, basically.
Yeah, like they finally, like, as much as I appreciate a lot of the PS1 era, and I've been looking back on it recently because we have the American anniversaries of the N64, the Saturn, and the PlayStation all coming up soon. And I've been like looking back on that era, and I've had some friends who have been streaming N64 games, and it's been like you look back at the era and you just see like, dude, shit is fucked. like even the most like impressive of like PS1 games are screwed up. But like PS2, I think it says everything about those PS2 games that like a lot of them have been up-resed for PS3 and PS4 and just play fine.
Yep.
Like
Yep.
straight up. Like just straight up, a lot of those games they up-res the Kingdom Hearts games and just they're great. Now they look modern, they're great.
It's when they figured it out.
Same thing with like I've been playing Final Fantasy X. That's the
Okay.
4th time I bought that game. And it's still great. Like if they did a Metal Gear collection for PS4, I'd be all over that shit.
Yeah, see, PlayStation 1 was like, to port a game to that, like it has to be like Crash Bandicoot tightly controlled experience, and even then you might as well just remake the damn thing.
Well, yeah, and like not only that, but like you look at like PS1 games, right? And it's very interesting the way N64 games behave unbelievably different from PS1 games
Sure.
because of the way that they had to code for those systems.
Yep.
Because the PS1 doesn't render things as fast, and doesn't have as much RAM, so it can't hold on to as much short-term memory.
Mm-hmm.
But it has tons of storage space because them CDs.
Yep.
So you had these tiny. So what you had is you either had these giant environments that were incredibly detailed, but you went through them incredibly slowly.
Sure.
A Final Fantasy, for example.
Yep.
Or you had these very small environments that were incredibly detailed, like Metal Gear 1, for example.
Right.
Versus on the N64, you had less detail. You had just way faster everything.
Mm-hmm.
That's why a lot of good racing games hit on the N64. That's why it was the better console for shooters and action games at the time. Stuff like that. I want to know why the all N64 games looked like they're rendered with a Vaseline filter, though. Like, everything is just blurry as shit.
I don't have those answers, but
I have a question for Parker. What is your favorite N64, or not your favorite PS2 slash GameCube games of that era? Slash
a lot
OG
of games
Xbox.
came
OG
out.
Xbox is in that era.
yeah.
OG
lot.
Xbox, I've repeatedly said I think it's an underrated system. But what were you saying? Sorry.
I don't know. Now I'm thinking about the original Xbox because that was the first console that I really wanted, and that's because I was getting drum lessons from a neighbor, and after we finished playing drums, he would bust out Halo. It's like, check out this game. You're not allowed to see this, but I'm cool. Check this out. And it's like, oh, what?
And then, I mean, like, how many people were sold on the Xbox because of fucking Halo?
It was the most amazing thing I'd ever seen.
Well, because like, all right, so Halo was straight up like Halo. If it came out on the PC, it would have been like well liked, and it would have been really good.
Hmm.
But because you had that kind of game, like that looked that good visually, and ran that well and controlled that well, and it was a shooter on a console, it fucking blew minds.
Yep.
Like nobody's business. Um, yeah, like it blew your fucking skull out. Like, cause the back of your head. Cause like, go compare it to the other console shooters of the time. Like, go play Halo 1 and then go play like fucking GoldenEye.
Right.
It's like
I like Parker's answer.
Jak 2. I'm basic like that. Jak 2 is a rad game.
Jack 2's good. I was a big Jack 3 guy.
I actually
Um,
want to get the Jak collection on PS4.
that'd be a good
They
one.
have 1, 2, 3, and Jak X Racing all for like $30 together.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be a
That's a
good
game.
stream.
Those are games I would love to try out again.
I have fond memories of them. I have also memories of like 2 and 3 getting really hard. So
I
it's
know
one of
these are
those.
not like these don't compete with each other, but I always was more of a Jack person than I was a Ratchet and Clank person.
Yeah, because you had that. You kind of had like a three-way choice on PS2. Of you had the whole God, what was it? You had the Sly games, you had the
Yep.
Ratchet games, you had the Jack games.
Oh, do you want to talk about, all right, of that era, Sly Cooper 2
Mm.
was so damn good. I could not believe it. I played that game so much.
I played through all three of those games, 100%ing them. I They re-released on PS3, and I beat the first one, and like kind of just didn't get through the rest, unfortunately. I've thought about doing it. Like the thing is, if I'm gonna play a game that old again, I'm gonna stream it, and streaming PS3 games is a ginormous pain in the ass.
Yup.
Because they copy protect it. You want? I'm really curious about that. Actually, like, kind of realized when we were talking about this upcoming console generation
Mm.
is the fact that um, you can still earn trophies for PS3 games, and they still have like servers up for PS3 for like Netflix and stuff. When is that
Really?
shit gonna get shut off?
Right?
Like, because I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna be real bummed when I can't go earn the trophies for those PS3 games.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. Like unless I guess they just make unless they finally figured out how to make PS5 backwards compatible. Yeah.
Be nice.
Yeah. So
Um,
cell architecture, Dick and Sony, 15 years later.
where
So anyway,
were we at?
back to the original news story. So, uh, the PS5 apparently has a 9.2 teraflop GPU.
Hmm.
Put this in perspective, the one on my computer has about 8. The one in the PS4 Pro is 4.2. Base PS4 is 1.8. And then the Xbox One X is 6. While the Xbox Series X, the new hotness for the Xbox, is running at a 12.2.
Whew.
Not only that, they factor in compute units, which lay out capabilities for systems as well. And PS5's GPU has 37 custom compute units running at 2000 megahertz versus the 36 running at 9100 megahertz in the PS4 Pro. Also, it suggests that the PS5 GPU will be able to switch between modes to offer backwards compatibility. With the PS5 and PS4 Pro titles, while a Gen 2 mode is definitely what PS5 will be running normal games on, Gen 1 is for PS4 Pro, and Gen 0 is for regular PS4. Um, as for the Xbox Series X GPU, it suggests that there's less comprehensive data points, but the processor is referred to as Arden. I love console code name shit so much.
Yeah, it's fun. It's the
Uh,
funnest part.
yeah. and it is incomplete, but describes the Xbox Series X GPU as, quote, from Digital Foundry, frankly, ginormous, with signs pointing to a target of 12 teraflops. Speculation has been swirling about 12 teraflops for some time now, and IGN links their own article about price. And then Digital Foundry's Richard Ledbetter has said, assuming that we're looking at 16 gigs of DDR4 and a 1 terabyte solid state drive, this is still an expensive looking device. But stacked up against the monstrous Series X, it obviously stands some more of a chance of hitting the $399 price point. So all this is unofficial so far, and of course speculation.
Yeah.
So we have some details about power, or what we assume is power.
Okay.
Now, how much do you think this matters?
Well, I guess it depends on, like, have we been taking advantage of that power in this generation?
I mean, I think the base consoles have been squeezed for all they can.
The base, sure.
Obviously the pros have gotten, like, you definitely get performance, like, better looking and running games on the pros, but I don't think
Yes.
I don't think they're tapped.
Like, that's the thing is, like, I think we won't see much return for this at the start unless they've been working on something specifically with this in mind.
I think we'll see it in like first party games. I
Yeah.
think that like when Halo Infinite and Forza, 7 or no, Forza 8 will look real good at launch. I think
Yeah.
that what else is up there? I think that whatever, Spider-Man 2 comes out, that's going to look real good at launch. But I
Okay.
think for the most part, it's going to be very like, oh, this looks like a 4K version of what I'm already playing.
Right. It's, and like, what else can you use with that power beyond, games? Like, just as in terms of a single game being demanding, is there another way you can use that power?
Well, so you can use it on AI.
Okay.
You can use it on physics.
Well, right, but like, does it help with anything regarding like helping with how the system runs, how the console runs?
I mean, like, there's more headroom in certain, and like, backwards compatibility, so I guess, like, or in, like, lighter games, it doesn't need to work as hard.
Okay.
Like, so I guess that's a thing you could go
I
along with.
just, I don't think it's going to be the game changer between either of them, unless like the more power means is like the big reason that Xbox has to go from 400 to 500 to sell it.
I think that I think power when it comes to console generations is always weird, because depending on the stuff that surrounds the power, it can be a huge advantage or cripplingly terrible.
We just don't have enough information on whether they take advantage of that power or not, really.
Yeah, like you look at like this generation and how the PS4, the base PS4 was more powerful, and like that's all you heard in the marketing, and that's all you heard every time a multiplat came out is like, oh man, the Xbox One version runs at 900p. It doesn't look as sharp, or runs at
Yep.
half the frame rate, or has this issue or that issue. Versus like you look at like PS2, where like most of the time the original Xbox version looked and ran way better, but
Hmm.
no one ever talked about it outside of like enthusiasts. Like
Right.
it was one of these things that it was one of these things that like power can be a big difference and sometimes not. Like, or there's cases where a console is more powerful, but other design choices in the system fuck it over.
Sure.
Like, PS3 is a perfect example of that. Like, how PS3 had a, quite frankly, awesome, awesome power. Like, it's arguably untapped still.
Yeah.
You know, like you look at The Last of Us and what it was doing, and you're like, that game still looks incredible.
Right, and then we're gonna see what Last of Us 2's doing in a bit.
Yeah, but like you know, it was so hard to program for that. Like, very few people got to take advantage of that. Same thing with the N64 in a sense, because the N64 was like way more powerful than the PS1,
Yeah,
but it didn't run CDs and it didn't have giant storage, so it didn't matter.
right.
And then the real kicker is like the GameCube is like twice as powerful as a PS2, but it ran
Uh,
mini disc, so almost all the games ended up still being like almost every game ended up being coded for and
yep.
worse on
Nintendo.
Nintendo. Like it's a shame. It really
Yep.
is a shame. But then you have cases like the Super Nintendo where it was an obvious advantage for the system, especially later in its life.
Sure.
It just really varies. You know.
Yeah, we don't have enough information to
Yeah,
say whether this plays into one hand or another.
right. Because is Microsoft willing to eat that cost? Like, is Microsoft willing to just sit there with a smile and be like, "Hey, we are also going to sell at $400, but every one of these we sell is going to cost the monies."
Do you think pushing Xbox Game Pass helps with that?
I
They,
think
they eat the
that
cost on consoles and then they
oh
just
yeah, I think that the fucking you can damn skippy that like the fact that they're practically guaranteeing $15 a month forever with each of those boxes. Yeah,
right.
that's definitely a big deal.
So
So
maybe that's their strategy. I don't
yeah,
know.
and I've noticed Sony trying to take more advantage of PlayStation Now recently. They're just like not doing it well.
Sure.
Like that's the big problem there is
I
like
don't know. They got Titanfall 2 in a bunch of people's hands. That seemed like the alright thing to do.
charity is nice, Aaron, but not what I'm referring to.
Okay.
Um, I would love for and like honestly, like if I was not a PC gamer, like had I not given a shit about PC and played on PC, I would totally be a lot more intrigued by the Xbox package right now
Uh,
because it's a more powerful box and you got this Game Pass thing. And it's fully backwards compatible, going all the
yeah.
way back to their original system. Granted, not every game, but some games, a lot of
I
the big
missed some
important
certain
ones.
games,
You know,
but
but like, and like if you're a parent
hmm
and holiday season rolls around, you have and like, let's say once again, both these boxes are $400, and let's say one of them is like, hey, for $15 a month, you don't need to buy games, basically.
yep.
It's kind of a big sell. That's kind of a big deal.
So yeah, I like if I was looking for a next gen console right now. Honestly, before this came out, I was leaning Xbox. Um, it's nice to hear that Xbox has higher, more teraflops or whatever. But again, until I see some actual games from this,
Right,
it
we've
doesn't mean too much to me right now.
we've gotten to see one whole game from each console. Yeah,
Right.
we've gotten to see this weird thing from Gearbox, and we've gotten to see Hellblade 2.
And like honest, and that's not like fully showing the game. That's some,
Just in engine, just
yep, like
the
great.
the the lovely in engine demo that we all love and know. Uh, yeah. Jesus.
Let me tell you though, you sent me this story through it was tweeted through like Digital Foundry,
Uh huh.
and the comments section was a blast from the past.
Oh, how so? Do
Oh
tell.
my God, just the console wars are alive and well. People are making Twitter accounts dedicated to them shilling the Xbox. And I'm like, why? What are you doing?
Because tribalism.
Live
That's
your life. Let's all play
because,
video games. Like I can tell, I've lived those wars and I'm done with them. It's just
war never changes.
it was very fun to play in those kinds of games earlier in life, but like
now that I'm
when
almost
you're over it, it's like
it's
what?
quaint. It's
Oh yeah, Xbox is totally gonna destroy Sony. Hashtag Xbox. Calm down.
It's like no one's gonna destroy anyone, kid. Calm down.
Just everyone enjoy playing their goddamn video games.
They're children's playthings.
Yes.
You
wow.
are a toy. By the way, if you haven't yet, everyone, please give us a follow on here or the social medias. You can scroll down the social medias to follow us. You can follow us on here. It is much appreciated. We are trying to build up to that partner love. Every view, everything it all counts, and we want to build this amazing community.
Yeah, we're expanding on this channel. We've got this podcast that happens every Sunday at 10:30 a.m. We got streams going. Bronson, you do a stream at 8:30 on Fridays.
Right, and I might expand that to Saturday as well. I'm not sure yet.
I saw you expand that to Saturday this week.
Yeah, I didn't have planned Saturday, and I was just like, you know what? They need an extra dose of the fighters.
Fighters and Catherine.
Fighters and Catherine. Fists and titties. That's all you need.
And then and then I'm working to expand my schedule. I don't know if we've made it official yet on the page or not. I imagine not. But I'm gonna be.
You didn't confirm, so I was just like, I'm not.
We didn't confirm until like this morning that I'm gonna be streaming on Thursdays. I believe from 7 to 10 is what I'm committing to, and we're gonna chill out. We're gonna hang out, play some chill games. The most competitive we're gonna get probably is like Pokemon. We're gonna beat down other kids' Pokemon and take their money. That's about as aggressive as it'll get. Otherwise, I was playing Outer Wilds recently.
That's a chill game.
Yeah, we were delivering packages in Death Stranding until my PS4 started spitting out discs.
I played, we played the fighters, and I went on some losing streaks, and I went on some winning streaks, and then we tried doing viewer-suggested teams, and let me tell you, I am bad with Krillin.
Well, from what you were explaining to me, Krillin's not necessarily the best.
He is hard to learn.
Right.
He has a lot of gimmicks.
Okay.
And if you do not learn those gimmicks, you will get fucked up.
I booted him up in training, and then I threw a Destructo disc, and I was happy. So.
Yeah, that's a really good super, actually, just because if you have 7 bars, you can throw 7 discs.
Oh my god.
That's just
That's pretty good, actually.
But yeah, no. And Krillin's assist is just garbage.
Aw, boo.
He throws a rock or a senzu bean.
Does he actually throw a rock?
Yeah. He actually throws a rock.
Okay, maybe it's a callback to something that I don't remember.
So yeah.
But yeah, we're working on this stream. We're getting it going. So any support that you feel willing to give, or even just chat and hang out. I enjoy just sitting and talking with people.
Yep.
So
yeah, follows, and once again, do not feel the need to give us money in any way, shape, or form. But it is much appreciated if you do sub. You got with that Twitch Prime, or if you guys just hit that bits or hit that donate button. All money is going to go back into the stream with lights and with all kinds of cool shit.
Yeah.
Hiring an artist to help us do shit. So.
Yeah. So.
Anyway.
So yeah, that story happened.
So yeah, no, I'm intrigued on where it's gonna go. I'm just infinitely more committed into getting a PS5 because I know all these Microsoft games are coming to PC.
That's true too.
Like I'm just far more committed to if I just gut certain parts of my PC and plug in a PS5, I'm gonna be in a better place.
Xbox is already going to be getting my money from the Game Pass, So
Right, that too. All right,
and
so
that's the thing that goes back to our question of the day. Like, what makes this question actually a bit harder for me is that if you were to include PC, like in terms of like generation of games, I would say this generation, just because it's opened up so much.
well, yeah, like I mean, if you want to talk about like PC being like a thing that I'm like almost every generation, like I would lean towards PC. Like I got into PC gaming in 2003, 2004.
Hmm.
So like yeah, like that era of PC gaming as well. Like yeah. So
I mean, yeah, there've always been some real good games that have been on PC and solely on PC, but just the way things have opened up on PC, and thus, like, provided opportunities for those games to expand to other consoles and influence games on consoles. This
right.
year has been insane, or not this year, but this generation has been insane.
And you know what I miss about old PC gaming?
Mm.
Big ass PC boxes.
You can still get big ass PC boxes.
No, like I mean, like I have like. First off, no one buys PC. The only games I buy hard copy anymore are Blizzard
Oh,
games.
PC game boxes.
Yeah, like PC game, but like I miss big ass like those. First off, there's the normal size ones which were kind of big, and then there was the giant motherfuckers that were like this big, and like you opened it and it had this giant Unreal Tournament thing in it, and you're like, oh fuck yeah.
They
Uh,
made those things huge. Like,
I have an example of one. Keeps people entertained.
uh, it's Ultima.
No, no,
You didn't seem like an Ultima person.
no.
Mm.
And this is not one of the big ones. This is one of the average-ish size ones, but still fairly impressive.
I guess I'm trying to think. Like, you could totally, like, the plastic cases have been fine. I accept that we have just accepted that standard. Also, yeah, it's obviously easier
To store stuff.
to store stuff just in terms of size
Right.
that way. Although, the Switch is on top of all that with cartridges.
True.
But yeah, cartridges are not going to be the way forward.
Oh, hey, I found Gears of War 2 DLC in this pile of crap.
Why is that there?
I don't know.
Yo, dog, want to play some Gears of War 2?
It came with DLC I already owned, so.
I see.
Found a Halo PC disc thing.
Halo
Sleeve.
PC disc thing.
Like disc sleeve.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
Did that come in a big box or nah?
No,
No, it's Xbox, so no.
I mean, it's on. I mean,
It was on PC, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was on Halo. I mean, that's how I have it.
Oh, okay.
All right, so I'm going to show some cool things on camera here. Get ready, everybody.
Cool things on camera.
Cool things on camera. What's the bottom game here? Oh, it is Halo for PC. Okay. Fuck. Okay. It's a Pokemon card? Neat.
Oh, what Pokemon?
Arcanine.
Nice.
Alright.
No, we were just talking about that like last week.
Yeah, no, I just forgot that it got tossed up here. Oh, hey, a DS game. Neat.
Dude,
What?
your game stack could probably be cleaned. You're finding Gears of War 2 DLC on your desk.
Okay, so that's personal stuff. All right, so first thing I want to show off. Boom.
Da-da-da. Look at that.
Halo PC. An original sleeve. I have the case up there, but or the box up there, but it's, like kind of hidden.
That's the kind of box art that, like, had that game not been as good as it was, you could totally see that box art belonging to some game that's like, yeah, that was of the era.
Oh, yeah, for sure. No, absolutely. Then we have Call of Duties
Look at these boxes.
1 and 2.
Oh, or look at the Call of Duty 2 guys. He's kind of coming out of the box.
Yeah, a little bit. Actually, yeah, they both have that little shine to them, but this one has the like roots and
Little
whatnot. And you know what I
indentation.
miss about these old ass PC games, Aaron?
Mm.
When they would do this shit. Wham!
They had the little Velcro. That's right. And then, yeah,
Wham,
you could
bam,
see
thank you,
when you
ma'am.
wanted to go look at your PC games, you had to you could open that little flap, and then you could get a little more that they couldn't put on the back of the box
Also,
before the internet.
this was actually Call of Duty 2 was extra fancy because it did this. It had a plastic case in the plastic box. How many
Just,
discs is this?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a lot of CDs. Right, so for those of you who didn't know that... What's this blank page?
Is there a code on the back?
Oh, no, it's an advertisement for a Pentium processor. The
Cool.
code's on the instruction manual. So for those of you who didn't know this, but because, like, basically up until, like I would say 2008, it wasn't 100% that you had a DVD drive in a computer.
Yeah.
You could have you would just have a basic CD drive. Games had to be printed in two versions, CD or for DVD. And the computer I had at the time had not have DVD, so I had a CD drive. Meaning, to install Call of Duty 2, look at this shit. Look at these CDs.
That was just to install.
That was to install Call of Duty 2.
Yep.
Fucking 6 CDs. The start of the HD era, because this was a 360 launch game, though it came out on PC like a month before.
You're wondering why people like to play consoles instead of PC.
Back in the day.
Like, I hate installing games now, but
you
there
want
was a time.
But like, man, you want to talk about? Hey, I'm installing games, and now I need to put the second and third discs in.
Yeah, now you can't even walk away.
Because I didn't buy a DVD drive for my computer. Let's see, what kind of hardware did this thing require?
Yeah, let's get into that.
Ooh, all right. So, you could use an NVIDIA GeForce 3 series, GeForce 2, GeForce 4, GeForce FX, GeForce 6, but it was recommended that you used a 7 series or higher. Now, the first thing that I played this on was with a 5700 FX, and then that died, and I used a 1650X, which was way after this game came out. So,
Okay.
yeah. So that's Call of Duty 2.
Jesus.
Little taste of that. Along with a digital camera, apparently, up here. Oh, hey. Weird that I'm finding this. I found beta keys for Ratchet and Clank Full Frontal Assault.
Dude.
I'm sure I used those. I probably did, in all honesty, but
I mean, you probably did. Why is it on your desk?
because it got tossed up there one day. Okay, man.
One day.
When
When did Full Frontal Assault come out?
Like 2012. Look, man, I have a lot in common with Jeff.
I'm not saying
okay?
you have a problem. I'm just saying.
Look, me and Jeff have a lot in common. Okay.
That's fair.
Call of Duty 1. This one I'm actually going to leave out. I'm going to see if I can install this later. I've been wanting to play it.
Interesting.
Another big one. Oh, wow, you can see the price tag on it. So I bought this at an electronic boutique.
Oh my god, EB Games?
Yep.
Nice.
An electronic boutique. Before it was even, like, EB Games.
Ugh.
Damn, how do I get in this box? Anyway, Fear, First Encounter Assault Recon.
Wow, the first Fear.
Yeah, buddy. You know it. Check that shit out. That 2005 cutting edge graphics.
Yeah, look at that.
I remember this was the first game that made me upgrade my computer.
Really, this game, huh?
Yeah, because I wanted to run it and have it run super nice, but it had very, very bad frame rate issues. Um, oh my god.
Oh no.
It's a pay stub from the job I worked in college.
Yep.
Um, so, the last one, though, is probably one of the most cherished ones on here. Uh,
I can see it. Yep.
Boom.
Look at that guy.
And look at the cover, the G-Man.
Yep.
Best cover. I remember when I was young, I was bummed I didn't get the Gordon Freeman cover. But now I'm so happy I got this guy instead.
Yeah.
And then, no, look at that cutting edge graphics. 2004, son.
Did they just dedicate an entire frontal area, that little opening panel, just for that one screenshot?
Yep.
Wow. That's a good quote, though.
Yeah, nothing will ever be the same.
Which Half-Life 2.
And then on the back, goes all of the highlights and another screenshot. And it's like, hey, Counter-Strike Source is also in here.
You like that stuff?
Yeah. So the recommended specs for the time were actually not that crazy.
Okay.
2.4 gigahertz processor, 512 megs of RAM, and a DirectX 9 level graphics card.
Okay.
And 8.5 gigs of space. So it was very well optimized even for the time. Looked great. Like, if you actually go play Half-Life 2 now, it still looks superb.
That was we were talking about how the jump from PS1 to PS2 was a big deal. How about Half-Life determining how games play now?
Right. You know,
it's like, yeah, after Half-Life 2, it's like, all right, we're doing that now.
Best of 2003, USA Today.
Thanks, USA Today.
Let's see. Outstanding GameSpot. Game of the Year, Computer Interactive Academy of Arts and Sciences. NVIDIA, the way it's meant to. Dear God, this thing has a sound card advertisement on the back.
Yeah, you want a sound card?
Do you want a Sound Blaster
cards.
24-bit sound card?
I remember not being able to run like a lot of games because our computer did not have a good sound card.
I had a hookup back in the day because my cousin was giant PC, still is to an extent, but not nearly as much. A giant PC nerd. And as such, it was really and that was a very convenient thing that he was in fact a giant PC nerd. Because we were able to get certain PC parts at, like, wholesale prices.
Okay.
Or, like, he'd have access to, like, just spare sound cards and shit. Yeah. Like, he'd be like, hey, I have this spare, $200 sound card. Here you go. Here you go.
Okay.
So, yeah, so that's, it's basically kind of what happened. Like, yeah, I'm gonna probably install... What? I need to open this box. I need to know.
Fear 1 was alright.
Fear 1 is an underrated gem. Broke the seal a little bit. Oh, well.
I mean, it's underrated because, like, at the time, people, like, it seemed, like, kind of cool. And then it kind of faded away, especially as other Fear games came out, and it was like, eh.
Yeah, no one ever wants to really discuss that. Yeah, manual.
Yep.
To play the multiplayer, go to fileplanet.com to download it.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that, but okay.
Yeah, that multiplayer shut down. Yeah, this was 5 discs to install because it was CD. It was
5 discs.
This was the era, like, 2005 to, like, 2006 was the era of, like, if you had a CD-ROM drive, it's like, bro, the time is now.
Yeah.
Upgrade. But yeah, like, Fear was an awesome game. Like, it was a technical showpiece. For, like, it was the first game that made me, like I said, first game made me go upgrade my processor.
Right.
Straight up, first game to make me go out and be like, hey, I need a dual core because this shit ain't cutting it.
Hmm.
In fact, it's not that I needed a dual core. I needed higher clock speeds because that game wanted a 3.4 gigahertz, and I was running it at 2.4. And I was just like, all right, well, new processor time.
Yep.
Um, God damn it! I'm gonna see if I can get this to run tonight. Halo PC.
You'll have to update us on Twitter.
Oh yeah, just a tweet, middle of the day. It still works. Oh God, no.
You'll have to stream an hour of fear.
An hour of fear. Okay, yeah, I really need to clean the shelf sometime.
Yeah, no, you should. I'm not trying to be mean or anything. I'm just saying, like, man, there's some stuff happening on that desk.
Hey, do you know anyone who wants a Fallout 4 poster?
Maybe.
What about a sealed copy of Killing Floor Gold Edition?
A CD copy?
A sealed copy.
Oh, a sealed copy. I can't make use of it, but
I got that at PAX for winning something a couple years ago, and I never opened it. Also, speaking of cool shit that I got at events, check out these sweet pins from E3 2015.
we got rare, and okay. You gotta put that rare one up somewhere.
Yeah, I know. It's just I don't want to lose it as the thing.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
For my second E3. So,
Damn.
yeah, there you go, everyone. Little jog down memory lane. And then in the other... What I love is in, like, the next shelf over is it's, like, just all giant Blizzard boxes.
Yep.
Like, it is literally just the row of Warcraft.
You want to talk about PC boxes?
I want to talk about when they were made for kings.
All
right. I have the little card from when I bought my first Alienware. Like, thank you for buying stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. I think me getting a new shelf soon probably gonna be a good thing.
Probably a good thing.
Anyway.
What's the next news story?
Next news story is toss a coin at your Witcher.
Oh.
Hey, guess so the Witcher TV show on
That's
Netflix is incredibly popular.
Right.
It is absurdly popular. It is so popular that it has even taken over The Mandalorian as the most popular show on streaming.
That's crazy to me.
Right? Sounds nuts.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it's Henry Cavill, so, you know.
Yeah, I mean, you know, he's a good actor. Just, I wasn't expecting this.
He's goddamn Superman.
He's the very sad Superman.
Oh.
He's the
Did
Superman.
you like Man of Steel?
That was okay.
I like Man of Steel.
It was alright. It wasn't bad. Well, hey, guess what?
Okay, what?
Due to the immense popularity of the show, it has caused a shit ton of people to go download and buy The Witcher 2 and 3 on Steam.
Yeah.
And also, it has caused it to now be it has broken its own record for most people playing it at once on Steam. So it used to be like 90K or something.
Yeah.
And then it ended up being over 100K as of this weekend. And let's see if it's still in that list. Yeah, it currently has 102,000 people playing it, and it is the 6th most played game on Steam right now.
Yep.
Right after Counter-Strike Go, Dota 2, PUBG, GTA, Rainbow Six.
It is at the bottom end of the second row of categories on Twitch right now.
Yes.
It is just below Apex.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So, it had broken its concurrent launch day record, which was the peak of 94,000. So, yeah. And then it's also worth noting that this does not count players on console or GOG, and is currently free on Game Pass.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, that's a game. I've never played any of the Witcher games.
I I am I find them frustrating
Frustrating in what way?
in the way that, man, I really like this world and this story and these characters and these amazing music. But playing this feels like I'm getting dental work. Um, you know,
That's fair.
sad fact.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I guess a lot of other people seem to be fine with it. It's just,
Oh yeah, no, like I've you've heard the story of the game of the year from hell.
oh yeah,
The Witcher caused that.
yeah, yeah.
For those of you who don't know this story, I'm going to keep it brief. Back at the old outlet we worked at, the Gamer Access, Game of the Year was very serious, and there were two of us who did not believe The Witcher in any way, shape, or form was Game of the Year. And then there were two people who were indifferent, and then four people who really, really loved it.
Mm-hmm.
And our goal was to make it so The Witcher did not win at any cost. If we wanted one of our games to win, like a Mario Maker or a Metal Gear Solid 5, but The Witcher just had to go down.
What year is Witcher 3?
2015.
Okay.
So, we're going through the proceedings and we're doing our thing, and what ends up happening is it gets down to the final three or the final two, and it looks like that The Witcher is going to beat Bloodborne. Unfortunate, but true.
Mm-hmm.
But then someone suggests the only way this is not going to go to The Witcher is if you guys decide to vote for Undertale, because the two people who were indifferent were completely in love with Undertale.
Yeah.
To an unhealthy degree. And we throw up a thing like, all right, how about this? Undertale at number 1,
Mm-hmm.
Bloodborne at 2, Witcher at 3.
Okay.
And at that point we had a majority and we rocked the
Ended
vote.
it.
Yep.
Undertale's great.
Undertale's a great game. In hindsight, what should have been our game of the year at least was Heroes of the Storm. But we didn't know we'd keep playing it for 3.5 years. So,
Sure. I'm looking at Game of the Year awards for 2015. And I'm scrolling through it still right now. I'm not even halfway through. But number 1 selection so far has been Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. But there's been Bloodborne made an appearance. Japan Game of Awards gave it to Yokai Watch 2.
Okay.
Let's see.
I know Metal Gear 5 won it a couple other places.
Yeah.
Giant Bomb gave it to Mario Maker.
What was it? Let's see. That Fallout 4 has gotten a couple.
Yeah, those people are out of their mind.
That is from British and Czech Game Awards. I'm just running through right now. Let's see. Those people are dead. Rocket League from Ars Technica. Bloodborne from Destructoid. Bloodborne. Who was that? Edge. EGM gave it to Witcher 3. Empire to Bloodborne. Entertainment Weekly to Metal Gear Solid 5. Eurogamer to Bloodborne. Famitsu to Splatoon, which is a great answer. I'm not going to say it's the right one, but it's a great answer.
All right.
Witcher 3 from Game Informer.
Okay.
GameSpot, Witcher 3.
Okay.
Games Radar, Metal Gear Solid 5.
Okay.
Giant Bomb, Super Mario Maker, which, yes.
Good
It's
game.
weird to include Giant Bomb in that list because they're just such a personal website. They're not like trying to be, this is the objective.
Yeah. But
It's weird. Hardcore Gamer is on this list. And they put
I just like the idea that there's a
Borderlands.
site. I just like the idea there's a site called Hardcore Gamer.
Yeah. Okay. Tales from the Borderlands was their pick, by the way, which I don't know. Sure.
That was like number 4 on my personal list. I really liked it.
Okay.
Um,
IGN, Witcher 3, Polygon, Her Story, because it's Polygon.
Polygon, being all hipstery, got it.
You know, that's a form of hardcore, being the hipster gamer.
Sure.
Time gave it to Prune, which is a puzzle game for iOS and Android.
All right.
There's
All
not
right.
even a link to that
All right.
game.
Well, so yeah, there were some differing opinions.
And that's the end of the list.
I remember Yahtzee gave it to Undertale.
Sure.
So, looking
2015, hell of a year.
other 2 smaller news stories here.
All right.
GTA 5 is now on Game Pass.
But for the console.
Yes.
Yeah, not for the PC.
Xbox Game Pass, free on Xbox One.
Okay.
So if you have not played the GTA 5 somehow, well, there you go.
I'd play it on PC if it wasn't streamed to death.
Yeah, like, I mean, like, I'll play it in my free time, but like, if I'm not gonna stream it if it's like I'm not gonna stream that game unless there's like massive demand.
I'm at the point where I'm doing so much that the little time I get to play video games, I've just decided I'm gonna stream them.
Fair.
So.
So there's that, and then Twitch is offering 10 games for free this month.
Oh damn!
For Twitch
What?
Prime members.
All right.
Dendara, Anarcute, Kingdom Newlands, A Normal Lost Phone, Splasher, Enter the Gungeon, Ape Out, Witch Eye, Gato Robo, and Heave Ho.
I don't know about a lot of those games, but Ape Out got a lot of attention.
Yeah, Ape Out was also free during the 12 days of Epic.
Yep.
And it was also, I believe it's also on Game Pass, so you can play that game in a lot of ways. The last thing is, and this is more of a personal one.
Okay.
Why does the Illinois FGC have to go so hard?
Okay. What happens?
So it's not bad news. They have this yearly event. It's a major tournament. It's almost the size of Evo. And it's in the winter in Illinois of all fucking places. Called Frosty Faustings. This is the 12th one. And this is the official tournaments list. And then I'm going to get into the side tournaments list.
All right.
The official tournaments list. Guilty Gear X2, 1v1 and 2v2. Under Night In Birth. Blaze Blue Cross Tag. Tekken 7. Samurai Showdown. Mortal Kombat 2. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Dragon Ball Fighters. Street Fighter 5 Championship Edition. Soul Calibur 6. Blaze Blue Central Fiction. Fantasy Strike, Marvel 3, Marvel Infinite, Pokken Tournament. Yeah, Pokken Tournament.
Nice.
Chicago Mystery Tournament. Windjammers. Kill a Kill.
All right.
Melty Blood. King of Fighters 14. Sailor Moon something lost in translation. It's the really, really broken Sailor Moon game that's like all about salt culture.
What?
I'll send you a video later.
That's fine.
Capcom versus SNK 2. Street Fighter 2 Turbo.
Sure.
Street Fighter 3 Third Strike. Vampire Savior, or the first Darkstalkers, whichever you prefer to call it. Skullgirls. The original Guilty Gear. Excel Plus. Hello?
That's a lot.
Yeah. And there's going to be 8 streams and 7 stages. ArcSys is going to be at the event with playable demos of Under Night 2, Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, and Guilty Gear Strive. Along with that, there's going to be side tournaments for Power Rangers Battle for the Grid, Killer Instinct,
Okay.
Them's Fightin' Herds,
Mm-hmm.
Gundam Versus, Dive Kick,
Yeah.
Crosscode, Angel Eyes, Fighting EX Lair, Dengeki Bunko Fighting Climax, Rivals Aether, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Tatsunoko vs. Capcom, Mall vs. Capcom 2, Mall vs. Capcom 1, Dead or Alive 6, hashtag core values, and Puyo Puyo Tetris.
Wow. Wow, that's a lot.
And there's going to be is a 40,000 square foot venue, 24-hour Frosty Game Center featuring casuals, retro arcade, and bring your own console ballroom, many FGC vendors and artists, and like I said, 8 streams, 7 stages.
That almost sounds like a PAX thing. Like,
Jesus. This sounds like they are going so hard for this. I love it. I love it so. Like, I've heard of this event, but I never knew it was this huge.
Yeah.
Like, I want to go. If it wasn't in, 2 weeks, I'd be like, Aaron, we need to get on a plane flight.
Jesus Christ, that's insane.
And also, no, this is the same FGC part of the world that runs Combo Breaker. For those of you who don't know what Combo Breaker is, it is probably the second biggest community tournament held besides PAX.
Mm-hmm.
And if Evo has more of a sports event vibe, then Combo Breaker has more of a music festival vibe. So
okay,
yeah, that's the best way I would put it.
Interesting.
May 22nd, 24th. Save the date because still no Coast, no Kings, and then Combo Breaker is fun because also has a bunch of weird tournaments that are like for example, you can enter a Dragon Ball tournament and get given a random team.
Okay.
Like just shit like that.
Sure.
So yeah. And that's basically all I got for news, man.
Yeah, as far as gaming news is concerned, I wasn't able to see a whole lot. You have to sift through all the news in my feed.
It was a very dry week as a whole, in my opinion, at least.
Yeah.
Like it was mainly that news, and then getting some stuff together on stream and whatnot.
Yeah, we've been doing our homework and helping get this channel growing. And so that's how we've been spending our time, and the news has thankfully slowed down to help with that.
Yeah, to help facilitate that, and
yeah,
and we learned all kinds of cool stuff from what are essentially stream college courses.
Right.
Yeah, we're going to Stream University with Devin Nash and Ashley Christ.
But yeah,
apparently on that dude's live streams, like he will go on people's Twitch pages that ask and just like have him meanly critique them.
Oh God.
I'm like, I want that so bad.
No, not yet. We're not there yet.
No, once we are done and we're set up, I want to email him and be like, be mean to us. Mainly just because like I would be curious to hear that dude's take.
I mean, sure.
Yeah, so I'm trying to think if there's anything I've played. Like I put more time into Pokemans. I'm almost at the 3rd gym.
Okay.
I kind of finally gave up on Outer Worlds.
Yeah.
Made more progress in Control. Got stuck on a puzzle, figured out the puzzle 10 minutes later, felt like a fucking idiot. So there's that. And then I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Yeah.
Let's see. So if you guys join my stream on Thursday, we were about to go challenge a champion, and then we found out there's some shenanigans going on in Pokemon that had been frustratingly absent for those 8 gyms. It's finally starting to rear its ugly head that there may be something more going on, and so we are on the verge of that as we're about to go challenge the champion as of the end of that stream.
Woot woot.
So I may continue that next stream, or who knows. I'll try to update on Twitter when I decide to stream that, if it's on Thursday or if it's another day. And then that same stream, because that started with us playing Death Stranding, and then my PC had a problem. Found out that the disk spitting out issue was such a common thing that Sony had released a video on how to try and fix it.
How'd you fix it?
You hard turn it off. You hold the power button until it beeps twice. Then you unplug it, or you hold it, beeps twice, wait 30 seconds, unplug the PS4, let it sit for 3 minutes, then plug it back in.
Okay then.
And if it doesn't spit it out after that, which it didn't when I fired up Fighter Z while you were streaming on Friday, but if it ever starts up again, my only other recourse is to send it in for service. Which at that point,
like, what I would do at this point, dude, is like wait until the PS5 is announced and trade that bitch in.
Yep. Basically.
So I have done something semi-shady like that in my time.
How's it semi-shady? What?
Well, because like yours is semi-broken. Yes.
Oh, trading it in. Okay, yeah, I didn't even realize when you said that. Yeah.
Yeah, like
I probably wouldn't do that, but
I totally would. Fuck GameStop.
Well, yeah, fuck GameStop, but also that's not GameStop's problem. They get profits from the people who end up getting stuck with a broken system.
Yeah, well, yeah, but like that person will figure it out like in a day though.
Or
and, they do full refunds within a week on used systems.
Sure.
So no, because I
send it to Sony and just say, just keep it.
Just here, just I don't want it anymore.
Can I get some of this on the PS5?
I doubt that's how that would work. But
I very much doubt that would work. No, it would be a verbal agreement at best.
Right. So yeah.
And then but yeah, that stream we tried to do Death Stranding, that didn't work out. I'm gonna try and keep playing Death Stranding because I need to build those roads. Those roads have to be built.
Have you finished this main story?
Oh yeah, no, that's been done.
Then what? Why are you doing this?
Because the fun of Death Stranding, like again, all the people who have criticized Death Stranding, it is all about the story. That is the big problem. When you actually get down to like building roads and delivering packages, like it may not be your jam, but if it is, it's like I want to build these roads.
This sounds like mental illness.
No, it's great. It's therapeutic in a way. It's a pain in the ass when the mules find you, but just deal with them. I'm gonna keep building those roads. The real hard part is when I finally do get all the roads built, and then my next mission is to build zip lines to all of the refuges. I forget what they're called now. The safe houses, which sucks because then you have to travel over mountains, snowy mountains, to set up zip lines, and that'll be a pain in the ass, but it has to be done. So
Sam Porter Bridges, everybody.
Sam Porter Bridges. And eventually I'm going to read all those data pages that I've left unread because I wanted to play my goddamn video game. But so that didn't work. Pokemon happened, and then we also played a bit of Outer Wilds, which I still have no idea what the hell is going on in that game, but there's some interesting stuff happening. So we'll probably check that out more later.
Yeah, I think I'm finally gonna start that RE2 stream soon.
Do you have it?
Yeah, I've had it on PC forever.
Okay.
I reinstalled DOA because just to have a second fighter ready
We were talking about DOA 6 quite a bit that Friday stream.
yeah, so I figured that, and then like Kakarot's out soon, so I'm not gonna get to play it much the night it's out because Exterminator's there that night, and what we have to do is move all our crap to the center of the rooms and put a tarp over it.
Right.
God, why does extermination have to be so annoying? It's such an annoying process, dear God.
Well, I mean, it's annoying, just having the infestation.
That too. Yeah, absolutely.
Like,
Yeah.
it's a terrible, terrible process.
Yeah,
I
because
hate it.
didn't you have something like that a while ago?
I had bed bugs. I had to be treated like 3 separate times, and then wasn't treated for like a month and a half
How
because they weren't getting my emails.
how do you treat that? Do you have to like it was the same shit where you have to pull everything to the center of the room and tarp it?
You basically heat treat everything. Since I'm in a small little studio, uh, I try to protect everything from getting further infested, bag stuff up and things like that. But what you do is you take a industrial heater, just blowing massive amounts of hot air, and you seal off the rest of the door, and you just leave it there for a few hours because it needs to get up to like 120, 130 degrees and sustain that to kill everything. And they had to do that 3 times to get rid of everything in my place.
Yeah, see, that's way more convenient than cockroaches.
Well, right, cockroaches are a nightmare.
Because like with cockroaches, it's just straight up poison.
At least they're not biting you.
Yeah, that's true. They mostly leave you alone, actually. Outside, they like you have to keep all your food sealed. There's like no such thing
Yeah.
as like don't like you have to seal all your food tight. But other than that, they mostly leave you alone. It's just like they're dirty and they're fucking cockroaches.
Right.
So it's just like
I had 3 months of real bad sleep.
um,
So.
so yeah.
All right.
Pest control, everybody.
These are topics of conversation I'd rather not
Yeah.
have to relive anymore.
Truth. Anyway, everyone. Well, I think that's pretty much it.
So, what's your plan? What's your plan for next week's stream, you think?
I'll probably start with Dragon Ball and then pop over into RE. That's what I'm thinking so far.
Yeah.
Not much else going on otherwise.
Okay. Yeah, I gotta see how this week goes, but yeah, the plan is Thursday, 7 to 10. We'll be playing a chill game, hanging out. So.
Right on. All right, everybody. Well, thank you. It's been a good time.
Yeah.
As always. Thank you,
Thank you
Parker,
for everyone checking us out.
Thank you, Parker, for tuning in.
Yeah.
And we'll be back next week.
Bye, guys.